Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel where we're going to be teaching throughout all of this from our apartment.
Yay!
Yeah, it's quickly becoming the game of let's see how long Joel's beard gets. I was watching our earlier videos when this first started and I was like, oh look how clean and manageable I am. And then it's just slowly becoming a long bearded Joel.
My hair gets shorter and shorter.
Special thank you again to Jeff. He gave us another donation.
Yay!
Thank you so much. Kelly asked us, our good friend, if we could do some lollies, some entrances and exits.
Love lollies.
So we'll just once again start with the most basic because we're working from the ground up. We're going to be doing a come around entrance and a come around exit. If you don't know how to do the come around, check out the come around video. It's very useful. We're going to do the footwork on both sides.
Cool.
For the leaders and the followers, but everybody at home, go ahead and just tag along with us. So how lollies are going to basically work is everyone will tap their left foot, and then you'll step with your left, and then you'll kick your right, and then you'll step, tap, step, kick, step, tap, step, kick, step, tap, step, kick. From this angle, so you can kind of see what's going on, I'm using my left foot. So I'm going tap, step, kick, step, tap, step, kick, step, tap, step, kick, step. If you do it on the opposite side with the right foot, you go and tap with the right, step, kick, step, tap, step, kick, step. Now while we're doing these, and Steph's already demonstrating it, we'll be doing it with a little swivel action on there. So as we're moving, we're letting our hips pivot with that motion. Step, kick, step. From the other angle, right foot, tap, step, kick, step, tap, step. And when that's kind of getting comfortable for you, you can let it sort of rotate around in a circle. And if you do it on the other side, so I'm going tap, step, kick, step, tap, step, kick, step. And when we do this kick, we really want it to be more like a soccer kick versus like a side-by-side Charleston motion. It really just kind of swings through.
Right, moving more from the hip than just the knee.
Right.
Cool.
So if we do just that with a partner, before we get into the entrances and exits, I'm going to start on the tap portion, which will be the leader's left foot follows right foot. And try it without pivoting first, or without like circling. Tap, step, kick, step, tap, step. And notice how we're both really trying to twist from our hips. And my own personal preference is I'll change the weight and then pivot versus trying to step during the pivot. Like if I go like twist, kick, yeah, and then we're like kicking each other, it doesn't quite work. So you really want to transfer the weight here and then twist. So you're pivoting on that foot. Once that starts to work out pretty well for you all, how lollies will work is the leader's going to be moving around the outside of the follow. So the follow's going to stay
around the outside.
Around the outside. Yeah, we'll have the followers stay in the middle, the leaders will orbit around the followers. So if I start once again on that tap, I'm moving around the follower, providing nice kind of sturdy and strong base for the follower to twist. Now I'm giving it a lot of space here. You can kind of experiment with some different directions. There just definitely needs to be room for the feet, but I can be a lot closer if I want to. I can even like make it real cartoony if I'm trying to go like that route.
Very Steamboat Willie.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and break down the entrance and exit.
Cool.
The entrance we're going to use is a come around. So as we go into this, I'm going 1, 2, 3, and then as I move into 5, my right arm is going to begin opening up to send the follow into my right hand. So if I'm going 1, 2, 3, 5, I start to let the follow roll out. I'll step 6, and then we'll kick 7.
Cool.
One more time. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I sort of stop my body where it is and let the follow roll out, letting you know that momentum transfer to them.
Right. It does feel like we're moving to the outside of the circle as opposed to necessarily moving backwards. So I don't feel like I'm traveling backwards, I just feel like I'm expanding to the outside. So wherever it feels like the feet should go for it.
Right, so we're starting on the kick on 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And notice how I've given her some space here. My hand behind her looks kind of like this. So we're here on 7. I've still got this hand. I open my elbow up, so I expand it out, which causes the follows to rotate back towards me, and then I commence with a tap. Step, kick, step, tap, step, kick, step, do, boom, 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 boom.
What we're feeling as follows is as I move to the outside of the circle, it's getting that stretch feeling. So here on 7, I'm feeling the final, like the most amount of stretch, and then it's going to spring me back into more of a compression. And so I'm feeling some stretch and compression here with the right hand, as well as feeling it on the back here. So when we're going 7, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. So I really want to use the hips to rotate to get that stretch and compression, really feeling solid and not like arm heavy.
Yeah, it just feels compact, maybe not tight or tense. It just kind of feels in the arms. A couple pitfalls for the leaders. Of course, not preparing on 5 and sort of like making it happen on 7 is a big pitfall for a lot of leaders. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and I just 7, make it happen, and it sort of encourages me to push with my left hand. I'll try to make that function as well as I can. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. It takes the follow by surprise.
And my foot doesn't have the space to go in front, so it still feels like I have to like step backwards. So by preparing on 5, it rolls everything to the outside, so the left foot wants to swing through.
I pretty much stop on 5, step in place 6, and then kick out 7.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, I stop. 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
That's really exaggerated. The other thing is, and I sort of touched on it, don't push the follow with your left. Let her extend into your right.
This arm is what's telling me where to go. This arm is just hanging on for aesthetics.
Now I'm not holding back with my left hand. So I'm not going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. The follow she can't go that way if I'm holding on with my left hand this way. I'm letting it carry with the follow, but I'm not actively pushing the follow. So the kicks will end up being on counts 3 and 7. This is really important to remember whether you're on 3 or 7, because it can make your exit go really strangely if you exit weirdly. So
and we know a strange exit that we're not ready for is a mistake.
Yeah. So if I'm going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If 7 and 3 are the big counts where we begin to exit, you can exit on either one. We'll show you an exit to both, but your strategies are a little different. If you exit on 7, you're going to be doing an entire come around and then going back to normal. If you exit on 3, you're going to be doing like a partial come around,
right,
and then you got to change your footwork because you're on a different foot than you normally are on.
Right. Not a big deal, especially if you make it obvious, but we'll do both.
Yeah, and I do both. I think having the permission to do both makes this a lot easier.
Right.
I think when people just get stuck by everything being perfect and exactly as they expected.
It's kind of like when you're trying to find that perfect time to like jump into a jump rope. If you only have one option, sometimes you'll miss it. If you have a couple different options, it makes it a little easier. You're not stuck.
Let's start with exiting on 7.
Cool.
So we're in our lollies. Our kicks are on either 7 or 3. Let's say this is 7. I'm going to go 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Set your foot down on 8. You're going to begin going around the follow on 1, 1, 2, 3, and then we just finish the come around 5, 6, 7. Showing that a little faster, once again starting on 7. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And it brings kind of an interesting point in the come around video. We started it on 3. If you like to, you can start your come around right on 1. I'll just show that from the basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can enter straight in. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. If you want to add a little extra onto your count.
Yeah.
Exiting on count 3 is a little different. We'll once again say we're kicking on 7. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to step down on the ground on 4. 4. I'm going to be on my left foot on 5, which normally I'm on the other foot. And I go 5, 6, 7, and then take one additional step on 8 to get back to normal, and then you can continue doing your basic. Let's do a basic followed by a come around. We'll exit on 7, and then we'll do another basic.
All right.
So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And in that particular instance, I use basics.
Right, for just our basic.
We're going to do the same thing, exiting the lollies on count 3 instead of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a really important note for the follows. In Balboa, oftentimes we will kind of set and forget our footwork.
Yes.
Even though our basics happen a lot over and over again, weird exits like this can really trip follows up.
Right.
So you still want to make sure to really follow the weight changes and not just kind of autopilot your way through it.
Right. One of the things that I am looking for is that forward and back. So leaders, if you're adding that step on 8, giving a decent step back to encourage the follower to change their weight to their left foot is going to be really important. If you just step down, depending on how much the follower is paying attention, it might get lost. Not that that's a game over sort of situation, because we can pretty quickly change our footwork back, but it'll give us a little bit more clarity.
How that'll work, leaders, is as we're going through it, and I say I'm here on 3, 3, 4, I go through 5, 6, 7, notice the step back, and then I keep going back. 8 really makes the follow, it makes it very suggestible that they need to keep going forward, and then you take your 1 back again. That's how I generally lead that.
Right.
It's kind of a couple backs.
If we over-exaggerate it, I'm going to try not to step, and you're going to step back, and we're going to show the difference in the body.
Right. So if I'm here on 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Yeah.
It is very hard to not step. I just kind of whoop.
I think some people really try hard to keep their Balboa super small, which is good.
Let it move.
But it can move. If
Yeah.
you've got the space, you can move it. And like, even if the step is small, it's okay to take that step. I don't need to step quite so big. Even if I make this a little smaller, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1.
Yeah.
It doesn't
That
have to be
was-
huge.
Yeah, that was big enough for me to feel like I need to put my foot down or else I'll fall over. That's what we're trying to convince the follow of. Put your foot down or you'll fall over.
And I'm kind of a fan in Balboa. Make everything bigger so you can understand what the reaction of the follow is, and then try to tone it back once you feel the sensation of the movement.
Right. I mean, and that's a good strategy in any dancing. Anything you're doing, make it a little bigger so you can see the pieces, see what's happening. I had a music teacher once that said, if you're going to make a mistake, make it a big one so we can see what's going on. Thank you, Mr. Ellis. So, yeah, make those big mistakes so you go, oh, that's why that didn't work.
So thank you again for joining us for this Balboa. Thank you, Kelly, for the suggestion to do some lollies. Big announcements, something we're going to start doing. We normally do our social dances at Solid on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Uh-huh.
Mondays are normally Lindy Hop and Tuesdays are normally West Coast. But since we can't, we've decided every Monday and Tuesday we're going to release kind of a move of that dance.
Yeah.
Something special, something quick and easy. So it's going to be Lindy Hop Mondays, West Coast Tuesdays.
Little move of the day.
And then
Fun.
we'll continue doing some Balboa for the rest of the week.
Yeah, I like it.
If you like what we're doing, go ahead and check out this link below and donate, share the channel with your friends, comment. We always like to hear your guys' feedback on everything, and I really hope that all of you stay safe.